Imagine receiving your very first paycheck. The excitement is overwhelming. Finally, there's freedom to buy the things you've always wanted. New clothes, dinner with friends, maybe even a shiny gadget you don't really need. But then, at the end of the month, the wallet is empty. And the next month, the same thing happens. It doesn't matter how much is earned. Expenses always seem to catch up. This is the cycle many people live in, earning and spending, but never truly growing. That is where George Clason's timeless book, The Richest Man in Babylon, speaks with clarity. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. Wealth does not begin with earning more. It begins with keeping more. The principle is simple: pay yourself first. Save at least 10% of every income before spending on anything else. Why does this matter? Because saving first flips the entire script. Instead of working only to pay bills, money begins working for the future. 10% may feel small at first, but it is the seed of freedom. After 1 year, it becomes a safety net. After 5, a foundation of wealth. After 10, the possibility of financial independence. Everything begins with that single habit: paying yourself first. Rule 1. Start thy purse to fattening. Wealth begins with one simple step: saving. Not tomorrow, not next month, but from the very next coin you earn. The Babylonians believed in paying themselves first, setting aside at least 10% of every income. Imagine this: you earn 100 coins, but before a single coin is spent on food, clothing, or pleasure, 10 coins go straight into your purse. At first it seems small, but as days turn into months, the purse grows heavy. This is the seed of wealth: discipline. In today's world, this could mean setting up an automatic transfer into a savings account or tucking away a portion of every paycheck before touching the rest. The rule is simple: wealth is not built by what you earn, but by what you keep. Rule 2. Control thy expenditures. The second rule warns us of a timeless trap: lifestyle inflation. As income grows, so do needs. Yet, most of these needs are only disguised desires. The Babylonians said, what each of us calls our necessary expenses will always grow to equal our incomes unless we protest. This is as true today as it was 4,000 years ago. Think of a young worker whose salary doubles. At first they dream of saving more. But soon, new clothes, new gadgets, and a bigger apartment eat up the difference. Their purse remains light. True wealth comes not from higher income, but from controlled expenses. The wise learn to distinguish between needs and wants, and discipline their spending to live below their means. Rule 3. Make thy gold multiply. Money is like a seed, useless if it sits idle, powerful if planted. Once you have savings, the next step is to put it to work. In Babylon, gold that sat in a clay jar was called dead gold. But when invested wisely, it multiplied like crops in fertile soil. Today, this rule means investing in assets, businesses, real estate, or financial instruments that create returns. $1 invested in stocks, bonds, or a small business can multiply over years. Compound interest, Einstein once said, is the 8th wonder of the world. Let your gold multiply, and in time, your money will earn more money than you can by labor alone. Rule 4. Guard thy treasures from loss. Babylon also taught caution. For every wise investment, there are countless foolish ones. The city was filled with stories of men who lost fortunes chasing easy wealth. The principle is clear: avoid risks that promise riches without safety. Trust only in sound investments and seek counsel from the experienced. In modern life, this means being skeptical of too good to be true schemes, the kind that spread on social media, promising overnight success. Better a safe, modest return than a devastating loss. Protect your gold as a shepherd guards his flock. For wealth, once lost, is not easily regained. Rule 5. Make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. A man who owns his home, the Babylonians said, is not only sheltered, but secure. Renting forever leaves one's purse at the mercy of another. But ownership builds a foundation. In ancient Babylon, families built homes that lasted for generations. In our world, this might mean buying a house, building equity, and creating stability for your family. But the principle is broader. Invest in your dwelling. Make where you live a source of strength, not constant expense. Even a small, modest home, owned outright, becomes a fortress of security. Rule 6. Ensure a future income. Time humbles us all. Work is strong in youth, but weakens in age. The Babylonians prepared for this truth by setting aside wealth that would continue to provide long after their hands grew too frail for labor. Today, this rule translates to retirement savings, pensions, insurance, and investments that generate passive income. It is also about caring for loved ones, ensuring that family will not suffer when one can no longer provide. The wise do not wait until old age to prepare, they begin in their youth, while the purse is strong, so that in later years their gold works for them. Rule 7. Improve thy ability to earn. Perhaps the most powerful of all. The Babylonians knew that wealth grows fastest when the earner grows too. Every skill learned, every craft mastered, every piece of wisdom gained increases the ability to earn. Gold flows easily to the capable. In modern terms, continuous learning, upskilling, and personal growth are the greatest investments you can make. Whether through formal education, self-study, or practical experience, the more valuable you become, the more opportunities arise. In the end, the greatest treasure of all is not gold itself, but the ability to create wealth through knowledge and skill. Overall, these 7 rules form a complete blueprint. 1. Save first. 2. Spend wisely. 3. Invest smart. 4. Protect your wealth. 5. Build a secure home. 6. Prepare for the future. And 7. Grow yourself. This is how the Babylonians grew rich, and why their wisdom still guides us today. Alongside the rules, Clason shares the 5 laws of gold, universal truths about money. Law 1. Gold comes easily to those who save at least 1/10 of their earnings. Law 2. Gold multiplies for those who put it to work in wise investments. Law 3. Gold remains with those who seek counsel. Experienced. Law 4. Gold slips away from those who invest in what they do not understand. And Law 5. Gold flees from those chasing impossible returns. Together, these laws explain why some grow wealthy while others remain in want, despite earning the same. The message of the richest man in Babylon is simple yet profound. Wealth is not measured by income, but by discipline. Those who save first, spend wisely, invest carefully, and keep improving themselves create wealth that lasts. This was true in ancient Babylon, and it is just as true today. The challenge is clear. From the very next paycheck, set aside 10% before spending a single coin. Build the habit. Protect it. Grow it. Do not wait. Do not procrastinate. The road to wealth begins now. Quick one. Don't miss out on the next big idea. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you're always ahead of the people around you. Now, I want to hear from you. Comment below the most important thing you learned from this topic. And if you're ready to go even deeper, click on the next video right here and keep leveling up.